Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. In this episode, we are talking about books again. It's like a part 2 of the little book series thing I'm doing. And in this episode, we're talking about a very famous book, amazing book. I love this book, to be honest. The Richest Man of Babylon. Amazing. So let's just dive straight into it, and I hope you enjoy. Where's my cup of tea? Next book is, I love this one. The Richest Man in Babylon. Oh my goodness. That one.
That book was good, right?
Yeah.
It's now very short book as well. I think it was like 6 hours or 5 hours.
It was very short but sweet.
But yeah, I was recommended this book, and actually I don't regret listening to it. Very talks again this time. It's very much about money, financial behavior, the way you have to handle money. If you wanna, it tells you through the story of the richest man in Babylon and how he acquired his money, the way you also could do it. Basically, how you have to kind of save your money, how important that is. And he tells you everything through story.
This man of Babylon has the name of Akhrad. He is very rich. The fame of Akhrad is known far and wide, for he is a generous man in all his ways. He is generous to his family, to charities, and lives a rich and lavish life of the best of families in Babylon. And yet, it has been said that his wealth grows more rapidly than he can spend it.
It's very smart the way they did it, actually.
They make it entertaining to listen to.
Yeah, I think the story kind of goes, the richest man in Babylon, the king asked him to come and asked him to, because obviously the king was smart, he wants to grow his economy because he knows it'll make more money for him. Anyway, they asked him to come to teach other people how to also teach other people how to make more money. So the city could become richer. These principles is what made this city rich, and this character is like the main person that has the lessons to teach the other people, and then him teaching other people, he's teaching you.
And so the wise listeners to Akhrad, who put these principles into practice, would return in the following years to visit him, and he received them gladly. He counseled them and gave them freely of his wisdom. He gave them wise advice. The turning point in the lives of these few men came upon the day when they realized the truth that had come from Algamish to Akhrad, and from Akhrad to them, and now, dear listener, to you, and is still so true today, that a part of all I earn is mine to keep.
You get very practical lessons in how to acquire wealth through that book. I hope I didn't spoil it too much.
It's very basic as well. It's very, it's kind of like common sense, but the way they explain it, you see why is it right to do. He's explained it very well.
Yeah,
for
very
examples.
well.
There's also one part I liked. Remember, it was kind of like teaching his son how to basically. Because he's rich himself, right? And he's about to pass on his wealth to his son, but he doesn't want to just pass it without his son kind of working for it or have deserve it. So his son has to go on a travel sign, and then go for expenses. And when he came back through all those expenses, is what he's been through, is wise enough now to receive the money on the wealth from his dad, because he explained through all of the different expenses he's been through that taught him each time a lesson about wealth.
Yeah, about making money. Like, people misunderstand, like, when someone's born rich kind of thing. Yeah. Because at a certain stage, they are responsible for maintaining that wealth for the next generation, which is a big responsibility, because not having money, your focus is making money. But having money, your focus is not losing all that money kind of thing. So it's still a challenge in its own right. So that's why a lot of rich people, which kind of links to one of the next books, teach their children, as seen in Richest Man in Babylon, how to acquire and maintain their wealth, because it's a skill like any other skill. It's not something they're just born with.
Yeah.
So you know, it's quite important to learn how to make money and to invest it and
Keep growing it, basically. And being the kid of someone that has this huge amount of money, you're born into it, it's easy to take it kind of for granted.
Yeah.
So we've seen many times this situation happen when the second generation just wasted the money that their first generation entrepreneurial parents just acquired. It's a very, I mean, they talk about it as well in money, and how one of the final stage when you got money is to actually retain it, trying to protect it, make it grow, while also now getting more is not the primary goal anymore. It's a good book, though.
Yeah, it was a very good book. Like it talks about so much things in such a short time and uses story to do it. So it's very, like, that one's highly recommended and very simple book. Oh, you're back. Well, yeah, so what did you think about that episode? I hope you liked it. Hopefully you found some interesting ideas that might have motivated you to read this book. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your mum, your dad, tell the Richest Man of Babylon, tell Amazon, you know, they might want to sponsor me, or HP, you know, would love a free laptop. But yeah, have a great day and see you next time on another episode of Let's Talk About It.